Hi, my loves. Welcome back to the Starscartel channel. If you don't know, I'm Star. I'm here with a vision. Okay. In this vision, I basically was able to see a group of women that were sitting in this room gathered together. They were discussing why they preferred a man, regardless to if who this man were to these women. Maybe it was somebody like maybe a ex's mom and sisters, or maybe it could be a ex's friends, or it could be like it was a group of women discussing a man and why they preferred this man being with a woman that he is no longer with versus the woman that he then went out and found. They make it clear that while he was with this woman, they did not like this woman. They make it clear while he was with this woman, they mistreated this woman. And it's kind of like this is basically a situation where these women were very mean to whoever this woman was. They know that they had a hand in the reason that the relationship did not work out. However, they are acknowledging the fact that she had a positive effect on this man when they were together. When they were together, he the way he behaved, the way he was happier, and yeah, he was better off. The scripture comes from Jeremiah 2 and 4. Hear the word of the Lord, you descendants of Jacob, all you clans of Israel. This is what the Lord says. What fault did your ancestors find in me that they strayed so far from me? They followed worthless idols and became worthless themselves. They did not ask, where's the Lord who brought us up out of Egypt and led us through the barren wilderness, through a land of deserts and ravines, a land of drought and utter darkness, a land where no one travels and no one lives. I brought you into a fertile land to eat its fruit and rich produce, but you came and defiled my land and made my inheritance detestable. So here's what God says. These, like whoever you are, you were a gift. Like you were a blessing. And instead of this group of women, whoever this group of women are, instead of them seeing that you were not only a blessing towards this man, but also to them, they saw you as an enemy and they hated you for being you. So, this would be somebody that they didn't like you because of little petty stuff. Like maybe they didn't like the way you dressed, or they didn't like your job, or they didn't like that you had this, that, and the third. They didn't like you because you were girly and they aren't girly. Or maybe they didn't like you because you were a tomboy and they're girly. And they just found any and every excuse as to why they did not like you. But when it came down to it, you were good for this man. They ignored what God was telling them. And many of them prayed about it. Some of them called themselves Christians, praying to God and praying, why did you send this woman here? And I don't like her. And I'm sick of this. And dot, 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 dot. They had all these nasty, mean things to say about you. But when it really came down to it, they ignored the fact that you were bringing out the best in this man. You changed him for the better. It's not a situation, and this is not something that you forced him to change. You changed him for the better. You inspired him to want to do better. You inspired him to want better for himself. And they thought that I just truly feel like this is they didn't really, even as women themselves, they didn't stop to think about how men are, because depending on who they are with, they will have a different way. They will act a different way. They may behave differently. And even if this man was very angry and very frustrated and very mean before y'all were together, they got so used to this man being in a good mood. They got so used to this man being happy. They got so used to this man wanting to strive for more and wanting to work hard and wanting to do all of these things that they started to think to themselves that you were a problem. And that if they just got rid of you, he would carry on being that way. They got rid of you, regardless of what manipulation, bullying, harassment, they got rid of you. But that man did not carry on behaving the way that he was behaving while you were there. Because guess what? His inspiration is gone. And for some of them, they were thinking to themselves that they could possibly be his inspiration. And it's not to say, I'm a mother of a son. And it's not to say that it's something wrong with a young man wanting to do things to make his mother proud. But it's a difference between mama and sis and cousins or whatever, and friends, family, friends, and the person that you love, desire, and want to be with. And I just feel like that they confused all this. They confused all this. They thought that if you were no longer there, that they would be able to still have this man in this good mood, and he would still be happy, and he would still be dot dot dot. And it all went downhill from there. And then they thought, okay, well, let's find somebody else to replace this person, but somebody that we like. They found somebody that they like to replace you. And whoever it is that they found that they like to replace you, this man don't like. They don't have the same effect on him. They don't have him happy. They don't have him cheerful. They are not. This is a situation where they are not what this man desires. They may be what they desire. He is not attracted to them. He don't want them that way. He is not interested in them that way. And he may be even more angry than he was when he was by himself. And now they are sitting down, gathered together with each other, and they are telling each other, it seems as though he was better off when he was with such and such. They are now starting to recognize and acknowledge the fact that this man is not happy with whoever this person is that they didn't found. They didn't drug this person from wherever. They didn't sought out this person and brought this person about. And he is not happy. And I'm like, see, I'm being right now I'm looking at my little lotions, right? And I see that something is missing. And I feel like that's with the message, because I wasn't gonna say nothing. I'm steady looking around like, where is it? Okay, something's missing when it comes to whoever this person is. Something is not right. Something is not right, and something is missing. This is not a situation where they can just, like, like the puzzle piece that they thought you fit in perfectly. You fit in perfectly, but they had to claw you out of there with their nails or with a pen or whatever, and they threw you over to the side, and they found another piece that looked like it fit good. But when they put it in there, they realized that it was actually smaller than it was supposed to be, or it was too big to actually fit in seamlessly. Like they're starting to realize that this person does not fit. And there is something that is missing when it comes to this union that they themselves have put together. Now, regardless if this man is carrying on with this union because he wants to make these people happy, maybe he's carrying on with this union because he doesn't want to. I just feel like he doesn't want to be he doesn't want to disappoint them. He doesn't want them to be sad. He doesn't want them to feel as though he is not appreciative of what they are doing. And he may very well have agreed to, how what is it called? An arranged marriage. But he is not happy. It's obvious that he is not happy. It's obvious that this woman don't hold a candle towards you. It's obvious that they would have been better off if they would have left him alone. But because they insisted on meddling in his relationship and meddling with what he had going on, they are now watching as he is not happy. He is depressed. He is sad. And for some of them, he's not speaking to them. Their relationships are no longer the same because he knows what they did. And like I said, it's a situation where these women are the reason that this man don't have his girl no more. They are the reason. They were bullies, they were mean, and they were very spiteful and nasty towards you. Whoever you are, they were very nasty towards you. They treated you as if you were a problem and you were just bothering them so much. And in reality, you were not. For some of you, they were upset because they felt like they didn't have the same relationship they had at first with this man. And things change. When a man finds his wife, he clings to her and he leaves his father and his mother. But these are women that were not happy with that. And now they find that they are worse off than before. Not only when he was by himself, he was sad, he was miserable, he was not happy. And on top of that, he didn't want to be around them because he knew they had something to do with it. And now that they have found this, whoever, they done found under a rock somewhere, they pulled this person and put them next to them. He's still sad, he's still miserable, and he's still not happy. And he's still unhappy. He's still not wanting he's still not wanting to be around them and be connected to them. That's still what's going on. So God is saying that this is in this situation, they are realizing that they probably should have just left your relationship alone. They probably should have left y'all alone, regardless to why they were unhappy with y'all being together. Regardless to why. But they are realizing that when he was by himself, he wasn't happy. And they still were unable to have the relationships that they had in the past with him. When he was, now he's with whoever this person is that they have arranged for this person to be with. And, regardless if this man knows that it was arranged or if he doesn't. Because it could simply be a situation where somebody ended up in the same place as somebody else or whatever. But this man is not happy. He is not happy. He is not as joyful as he was when he was with you. He is not the same. And now they are sitting back and they are trying to figure out what they can do. They're trying to figure out what they can do. And God is saying, what fault did your ancestors find in me, that they strayed so far from me? They followed worthless idols and became worthless themselves. It's nothing they can do. They messed it up all. It's done. They destroyed everything. They messed everything up. They messed it up. By being idolistic, they were idolizing who they thought this man should be with, instead of accepting the fact that he is his own person and he gonna be with who he wanna be with, and he should. But no, they went out of their way to destroy your relationship. They did a lot of manipulative things. For some of you, they did some evil things. They were trying to hurt you. For some of you, they literally were trying to take you up out of here. They were trying to cause you harm, because how dare you fall in love with this man? And now that you have bowed out, they are looking to themselves and speaking with themselves, once again conspiring with each other and saying to themselves, well, dang, we should have left them be. Duh. Yes, that's the answer. They should have left y'all alone. But no, they couldn't do that. They couldn't do that. They just had to do something. They just had to do something. And they did a lot of evil. Caused you and this man a lot of heartache and pain. And now they are thinking to themselves, it was better before we did anything. Everything was fine when, and now, like I said, this man is something that is missing. And what's missing is you. There is no way that, they had this idea that this man will be happy with anybody. And that's what they just found anybody. And he's not happy. Because it's not a situation where he's just going to be happy with anybody. There is somebody for everybody. And, the saddest thing about it is they were thinking about what they wanted. So, these are people that are close to this man. And they felt like they wanted someone to act a certain way for them, whatever relationship that's what they wanted. And they still didn't even receive that. They didn't receive that. This person, like whoever it is that they found, is not exactly who they thought this person was going to be. First of all, for a lot of y'all, these people, they went and found these women, and these women had a poker face on. And once she got in good, she started acting a complete fool. They didn't even understand what was going on. They wish they would have left it alone at this point. But this is God's judgment. They wish they would have left it alone. Everything is worse than when you were there. If they would have just left you be and they would have stopped trying to pick on you and bully you, I just feel like for whoever this is for, you weren't even doing anything. But just because, how dare you have the audacity to love this man, regardless to what, regardless to why, regardless if it's a situation, maybe you were older than him, he was older than you. Maybe it's a situation where y'all from different backgrounds. Maybe it's a situation, like whatever it is, that there is something that they gathered together and they were not happy about it. And they conspired against you. They conspired evil plots and plans against you. None of these plans works, but God put you up on game on what they were doing. And your feelings were so hurt that you just left. Why should you stay? Why would you stay and deal with that? I just feel like even if this man was showing how much he loved you and he cared about you, I'm being reminded of that movie. What was the name? Crazy Rich Asians. At the end, when she was talking to the guy's mom, and she let her know that he said that he wanted to just run away with her to America and turn away from his family. And that he would never speak to his family again because he loves her that much. And she told him no, because she did not want to one day be with him and their children and have to accept the fact that he is no longer able to speak to his family because of her. And she told her one day, when your son has found a woman that you approve of, from a family you approve of, that got the kind of money that you approve of, and you are sitting with your grandchild on your knee, and you are able to have the relationship you want with your son, I want you to think back and remember that it's because of me. Okay? And I just feel like that's the kind of vibe you was on. You was like, I'm not gonna deal with this. No, it's a bunch of mess. It's a bunch of drama that's unnecessary. For what? For what? And it don't mean that this have to be an affluent, rich family. But in their eyes, they are. And it, ain't no shade, but I just feel like this is, they felt like they was better than you, and they felt like you just could not. And they felt this all kinds of ways about you. And now they are sitting to themselves and they are thinking, we should have left it be. We should have left it alone. Because now they got to deal with a monster that they brought in. They found the monster. They are the ones that put this man together with this monster. And because of he was also hurt from what they did. So he's just like, okay, whatever. And he is not happy. Because he's not with who he wants to be with. He's still not happy. And whoever this monster is that they brought in knows that this man is not happy. Which makes her even more of a monster than she already is, because she knows that there is something that this man wants and yearns for that she is not. God said, I brought you into fertile land to eat its fruit and rich produce, but you came and defiled my land and made my inheritance detestable. God said that it was meant God puts you with this person, and you like, I just feel like you brought out the best in this person. You truly brought out a lot of good in this person. And instead of them acknowledging that, they could not fix their lips to say that you brought out the best in this person and that he was so happy with you. And he always seemed to have a smile on his face. They couldn't find a way to say that. They couldn't find the words to say that. They had to pick at you and mess with you and make it seem like you was just a big bad wolf and you wasn't doing nothing. But now they gather together in secret because they don't want the monster to find out. They don't want whoever this woman is they found, that she can't find out that they talking like this. And they say to themselves, he was better off when he was with her. That's the message. That's the message, baby. That's the tea. 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 That's what God said. God says for somebody. God allowed me, showed me this conversation they having. They are feeling guilty for how they did you. They are feeling guilty for how they treated you, and they wish they would have left it alone because you were nicer, you were sweeter, and you were just all around better fit for this man. And all the things that they saw that was wrong with you, they are now thinking to themselves that it wasn't even really that bad. They were being a little dramatic. They were being a little dramatic, and it is what it is. But it's too late now. That's the message. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Deuces.